Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm over at the Bubble. Today's video is going to be about a technique that I use, and maybe it's something that you guys could use. It's something I call multi-zoning. If you look at the area where I like to dash, you'll see Lancaster right there is grayed out. Palmdale is pink right now. I'm a top dasher, so I could go either place. So there's another advantage to being a top dasher. One of the things that I've found since I've been a top dasher is multi-zoning works for me, and let me give you an example. Okay, I'm next door to particularly Madrano's. People order from a long distance away a lot of times to get Madrano's. They're a really good local sit-down Mexican restaurant that they have about 2 or 3 other locations here in the high desert. Now let's say I get an order from Madrano's going just over the border there. You see the blue dot? That's how close I am to the border of the Palmdale zone. So it's not unusual for me to go maybe 3 miles into the neighboring zone. So maybe I get there and say it's a Friday night or a Saturday night. I can stop by where I've dropped off the Madrano's order. I can kill my dash in Lancaster, start a new dash in Palmdale, and hang out there for a couple minutes, see if I get anything good. If I get some good orders, but maybe they're not coming back this way, but they're local down there, I'll do them. But then I'll decide at some point, okay, I want to get back to Lancaster. I want to get back to my Bubble, the place where I like to dash. Here's what you do. You end your dash in the zone you don't want to be in, start your dash in the zone you do want to be in, and now DoorDash will give you the dash along the way option. I've been noticing that almost every time I do this, DoorDash finds me a lucrative order in the area where I just came from in Palmdale that's coming back my way. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Thank you for watching my past videos. I'm going to get started here. I'm going to turn on my app, DoorDash, here in a second. We'll see what kind of orders I get. Well, all quiet on the Western Front when it comes to DoorDash, but Uber Eats just sent me an $8 and change order at Carl's Jr., which I am right in front of, going less than a mile. We're taking that. All right, well, as I'm backing out of Carl's Jr., I've actually gotten a DoorDash order from Carl's Jr., but they're not going to be ready because I was just in there and they weren't working on any other orders while I was there. So I have plenty of time to go drop off this Carl's Jr. order that's only going a half a mile. Come back and get the DoorDash order. All right, well, that $8 Carl's Jr. order got delivered right on time, and God bless them, the order went up $1. Turned to be a $9 order, so that's $18 for the Carl's Jr. orders and 3 miles driven. All right, well, I've accepted a $10 shopping order over at Smart and Final. I'm right there. Actually, it's over my shoulder. It is 5 items. It's 3.3 miles, and it's going to take me out of my zone over into Palmdale. We are going to give my multi-zoning technique a chance. We're going to put it to the test. Maybe we'll get lucky, and let's see what happens, and prove me right, prove me wrong. Well, it's actually not 3.3 miles. I've been noticing this on DoorDash. They've been miscalculating when they issue the orders what the miles are. I mean, I was in front of Smart and Final, and they originally told me 3.3 miles. This is only going 1.7 miles. It's an $8 order, starting at $8, and I recognize the address. It is an extremely frequent customer. Okay, well, as promised, I have left my zone, gone into Palmdale just a smidge. So up here, this hotspot right there, you see I'm out of my zone. That hotspot right up there is Panda Express, and you see the blue arrow down there. That's me. I'm parked over here at the Rancho Vista golf course. So what I'm going to do, ending my Lancaster zone dash, You know, Lancaster is still showing pink, Palmdale is showing gray, but I'm a top dasher, so that's okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm hitting Palmdale, I'm going dash now. It's hitting a random time. I don't think I'm gonna spend a whole bunch of time here, but the point here is that I can bring up the hotspots and you see what happens when I change there. This cluster right here is the Antelope Valley Mall. It's 3 miles east of me. Over by the mall, obviously they've got every chain restaurant you can think of, and a lot of times that works out for me. I'm gonna take a jaunt over to where that's all happening. Okay, well, I'm now over the Antelope Valley Mall, and the hotspots are Mrs. Fields Cookies, which is inside the mall. I'm not going inside the mall. That's not happening. I waited about a minute, and I was rewarded with an $11.50 order. This is going 3.9 miles over to... Yeah, that happened again. Anyway, it's going over to Lake Palmdale. Yes, I'm going to replace that thing, I promise. It's coming from Big Tuna, which is a sushi place, which is directly behind me. I'm almost in the parking lot of it. It's going to be a nothing drop off. When I drop this off over there, I'm going to park, and I'm going to turn off the Palmdale dash, and then I'm going to go dash along the way with Lancaster, and we'll see if I don't get another decent order going back my direction. All right, well, Gregory's order was absolutely ready to go, and we're going to blast on over to the lakes. I'd like to point out the irony of me bringing fish to a guy that works at a place where they fish. There's a first for everything. Here's what we're gonna do. I had a good successful order here in my Palmdale dash. Now I am going to end my Palmdale dash. Oh, and that order went up to $15.75, everybody. That was super cool. Thank you, Gregory. Now we end Palmdale dash. Both zones are pink, right? Got both zones are pink. I am going dash along the way, Lancaster, and we'll see how we do. Dash along the way. I'm back at the Antelope Valley Mall now after that really good Big Tuna order. I'm now dash along the way back to Lancaster, and it's giving me until 25 after 5 to get there. So what I'm hoping for is in the next few minutes that I get an order from this area going back there. The odds are in my favor of getting something going back. I'm going to give it 10 minutes. And if I don't have anything, then we don't get it. But what I was looking for was the trifecta. The trifecta is getting an order going out of my zone, getting an order in the new zone after changing zones, and then getting an order going back to the original zone after going back to the Lancaster zone, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's the trifecta, 1, 2, 3. And gets me back to where I wanted to be. Give me another 8 minutes and we'll see what happens. All right, well, I'm at McDonald's for a $7.47 order going a couple of miles down into Palmdale. And now I'm getting a $9.12 order from Uber Eats going the same direction. So, so it's Wingstop. We're doing McDonald's and Wingstop. We have our first multi-app double stack going right now. All right, well, I'm leaving McDonald's. They haven't even started the Grubhub order yet, so I'm going over to Wingstop to get the Uber Eats order, then I'm going to come back this direction. All right, well, I've just picked up from Wingstop. Their order was ready to go. It is now in the back seat. Okay, now heading back over to McDonald's to grab that order that was taking a while. All right, well, that couldn't have gone too much better. They were just finishing up my McDonald's order when I got back over here, and obviously the order at Wingstop was ready to go as far as the drop-offs go, they couldn't be better aligned. They are exactly the same route. Pretty awesome. Worked out. Folks, that is the art of the multi-app double stack. All right, I've accepted a stacked order from Del Taco and from Carl's Jr. going to two different customers in the same neighborhood, about 5 miles. So far the order is $12.50. These orders could very easily go up. All right, well, I picked up from Del Taco. It was about 2 minutes. They were in the bagging process there. Now I'm going over to Carl's. They are usually about a minute or two also. While I was in there at Del Taco, and wait for it, everybody, it's an Uber Eats order for $10 going to the same neighborhood as the first two orders, and it's going from McDonald's. So you may well be witnessing a multi-app triple stack. Yahoo! Let's get that done. But if we go to McDonald's and that third order is not ready to go at all, if it's not sitting there with stickers on it, then I'm leaving it right where it is. All right, Carl's Jr. was ready to go. They handed it right to me. And now we're gonna go to McDonald's and play the wild card over there and see if this Uber Eats order is ready to go. Well, you've just witnessed the multi-app triple stack. All have been delivered. Everything was still hot. Even the shake was still frozen on the last delivery there. So that was Del Taco, Carl's Jr., and McDonald's. The Del Taco and the Carl's Jr. were both on DoorDash. Those orders came out to $14. The McDonald's this hasn't tipped out, but call it was $9.80 to start with. So we're looking like $23, $24 order right there, and it didn't take 30 minutes. So we've got back-to-back double stacks and triple stacks. That was order number 9, and I think we're gonna call it a night right there. Sadly, we did not complete our trifecta on the multi-zoning technique of mine. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoy the content, boop that notification bell, and don't you know, we'll see you all again somewhere down the high desert fast food delivery trail.